Good morning. This morning we're going to talk about figuring fall protection clearance distance. Um, Personal fall arrest systems have to be used according with certain OSHA regulations. For example, I'm going to read you a couple of statutes out of regulations out of 1926. OSHA Construction Standard 1926 .501B1. Each employee on a working surface, horizontal and vertical surface with an unprotected side or edge which is 6 feet or more above a lower level shall be protected from falling by the use of guardrail systems, safety net systems, or personal fall arrest systems. OSHA Construction Standard 1926.502 D16, personal fall arrest systems when stopping a fall shall limit maximum arresting forces on an employee to 1,800 pounds when used with a body harness. Be rigged such that an employee can neither free fall more than 6 feet nor contact any lower level. And that's the part of this that we really want to pay attention to. Bringing an employee to a complete stop and limit maximum deceleration distance an employee travels to 3.5 feet and have sufficient strength to withstand twice the potential impact energy of an employee free falling a distance of 6 feet or the free fall distance permitted by the system, whichever is less. It's important that we understand how to calculate our fall distances. In the event of a fall, we want to make sure that we are not going to free fall more than 6 feet. Free falling more than 6 feet creates a lot of issues. It can create enough force for someone to break their neck. So we want to make sure that we mitigate that. If they contact a lower level, if you fall and hit the floor below you, not going to do your harness is not going to do you any good because you have then hit before what was supposed to stop you did stop you. So here's the problem. We do issue 6-foot lanyards, and that's fine. They have a rip pack on them that it's going to extend 42 inches plus or minus if it's fully deployed. Then also you have to add to that a certain number of things. For example, if you have a 6-foot lanyard, if it's above your head, that makes a difference. If it's at your feet, then you're increasing your fall distance by quite a lot. So let's say, for argument's sake, you have your lanyard above you. Well, then that's 6 feet. Well, then you are going to, beyond that, if it deploys entirely, if your rip pack deploys entirely, you're going to add 3.5 feet to that. Then, for argument's sake, the average size individuals may be around 6 feet, plus or minus a bit. Well, then you're going to have to add 6 more feet to that. And then if you factor in a 3-foot safety factor beyond that, then very, very quickly you're at 18.5 feet. Well, that's a problem because you and I know that if it's decked below you and you're just up one level, 12 feet, 13 feet, very often, not very far, not enough so that your lanyard's going to do you that much good if you go off the iron. This is a reason why so much of the time when we have these interactions and I'm out on job sites, I will say to you, look, in this situation, you're better off to have an SRL or a yo-yo or a self-retracting lifeline, the kind that we issue to you. You carry them on your back all the time because it is going to limit your fall distance 18 to 24 inches. And especially when you're on the iron and you have a decked floor below you, that is going to stop you much, much, much more quickly. Now, you say, well, then why do we even bother to have lanyards? And I understand there are some people that have gone to just having SRLs. There's the kind where you have 2 SRLs attached to a single D-ring device that slips through the back of your harness. And I understand that there are arguments for those things. However, having said that, we continue to issue the lanyards because there are certain circumstances where you are up high enough that a lanyard's going to be okay. For example, we did some work a few years ago, not far away here, and the iron workers were far enough up so that if they went off the iron and had a lanyard, they were going to have quite a bit of footage. They were on the outside edge of a building, and if they went down, they were going to have plenty of room. So we're going to, at least for the moment, continue to issue the 6-foot lanyards, so that will help you to maintain the 100-foot tie off, or the 100% tie off. But what we are also going to do is to give you the SRL so that you can continue to maintain your 100% tie off, but that you can make use of your SRL, especially in conditions where the circumstances are such that you really don't have that much room between where you are and contacting a lower level. So with that in mind, think about how you need to calculate how far you're actually going to fall. Use the appropriate fall protection device in the appropriate configuration, and keep yourself safe. Thanks very much.